Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Assalamu alaikum. We are going to start with academic IELTS reading, and we have a test. This is the latest test we are going to solve. So you need to be very attentive while we are solving the test. Actually, right now, don't try to find answers on your own. What you guys have to do, follow my instructions and do it all with me. Okay, if I'm reading the questions, you are reading the questions with me. If I'm reading the passage, you are following the passage with me. So be active and alert. IELTS reading is the most difficult module. The toughest one is academic IELTS reading. And those who are gender training IELTS candidates, raise your hands please. Gender training IELTS candidates, we are doing academic reading because it is the tough one, and the only difference between academic and gender training is type of passages. Otherwise, the questions, we have same type of questions in academic and in gender training. And another point is part 3 of gender training is exactly the same like academic reading. So if gender training candidates solve some tests of academic reading, they will find gender training reading easier after that by comparison. Okay, and for gender training, marking criteria is tougher, 34 correct answers, and then they get 7 band. Academic candidates with 30 correct answers, they get 7 band. So this marking criteria is different because of the level of difficulty. Okay, now whenever you start your reading, first of all you have to read the title. What's the title here? Thylacine. Now look at me. What do you understand from thylacine? Maybe animal, but you don't know. Most of you don't know. If you read the title and you don't know what it is about, it's a good idea to read the first line of the passage. What is it? The extinct thylacine, also known as Tasmanian tiger. So thylacine is a tiger. Now I want you to switch on your imagination to think about tigers. A tiger is going, tiger is walking, tiger is going there. Okay, so think about tiger. Yeah, another tiger. All right, so think about tigers and you'll understand better. Your imagination will help you a lot in IELTS listening as well as in IELTS reading module. After reading the title, first you will come to the questions and you will take a look at all the questions. Questions 1 to 5, complete the notes below. Now guys, I tell you, there are two type of questions. One is type A and one is type B. Type A questions are those where questions and answers are in order. And type B questions are those where questions and answers are not in order. Now you may ask me, how do we get to know it's type A or type B? I'll tell you about that. Mainly type B questions are just few. Two type of questions are type B. Number 1, list of headings. Number 2, which paragraph contains the following information. Otherwise, most of the questions are type A questions. Okay, so whenever you start your reading, it's a good idea to start with type A questions because type A questions are systematic ones and you can easily find your answers. So let's come to questions 1 to 5. They are complete the notes below. Choose one word only. Questions 6 to 13, what are they? True, false, not given. Now true, false, not given is also type A question. So please note down one thing. In academic reading part 1, you are going to get sentence completion and true, false, not given. In part 1, most of the time they give you type A questions. And in gender training reading part 1, you will get true, false, not given and sentence completion as well. There will be 2 passages and you will be getting these type of questions. All clear? Okay. Now you just have to see how I read the questions, how I scan the passage, and your first target should be, after reading the question, you should reach the right part of the passage where there is the answer. Once you do so, you can save time, you can manage your time. Otherwise, in IELTS reading, time is very important commodity. Students usually finish 2 passages in 1 hour and they don't have time for third passage. So you need to take care of all these things. Okay, now let's make a start. Thylacine, I'm reading questions 1 to 5. Complete the notes below. Choose one word only from the passage. Thylacine, appearance and behavior. They use the word looked rather like a dog. So please go back to the passage and look for the word dog. First paragraph, second line, and there is the word dog. It means answers are going to be somewhere. Now please let's go on. Second bullet point, had a series of stripes along its body and tail. Okay, now next is ate an entirely dash diet. Now listen, ate. You will look for something eats or ate. Entirely dash diet. Dash diet means type of diet. It eats. So please come to first paragraph. Look for the word feeding. Second paragraph. Look for the word feeding. Okay. Got it? Second line. In terms of feeding. Everyone found it? Now listen. This is the sentence where you will find the answer. And if you reach the sentence which contains the answer like this, IELTS reading will not be a problem. IELTS reading is a problem when you read the wrong paragraph. When you read the wrong sentences where there is no answer, then you read something else. So if you do IELTS reading without any proper mechanism, you will often be lost. Okay? So I read it. Now basically we are going to see type of diet. Dash diet means type of diet. In terms of feeding, it was exclusively carnivorous and its stomach was muscular with an ability to distend so that it could eat large amounts of food. So in terms of feeding, it was exclusively carnivorous. Type of diet? Carnivorous. And what is carnivorous? Animals that eat meat. So ate an entirely dash diet. Entirely dash diet, and for that they use exclusively carnivorous. All clear to everyone? And it's one word only. So you're not going to write any extra word with that. When it is one word only, don't even write. No, why exclusively? It's one word only. Yeah, if you want to make your right answer wrong, then write exclusively also. And after that you say, मैं पूरा answer लिख के आया था. Okay, just read the instructions. What is the instruction? क्या लिखा हुआ है? One word only. So then why you write exclusively? Okay, let's go on. Question number 2. Probably depended mainly on dash when hunting. Look here. Now imagine that tiger, when tiger is hunting, it depends on something. It may depend, it depends on its vision, it depends on its speed, it depends on its whatever. Okay, so when hunting, probably depended mainly on dash when hunting. Now let's go on. Look for the word hunting, scavenger, hunt and all that. Okay. Now please come to fifth last line. During long distance chase. Chase is for hunt. I mean purpose is same. Chase is for hunt. Thank you. Thanks a lot. Good. All right. During long distance chase, thylacines were likely to have relied more on scent. Relied more on. And what does it mean? Relied. Rely means depended. So depended on what? Scent. And what is scent? Khushbu. Exactly. So for question number 2, correct answer is scent. And in part 1, don't give more than 1 minute to each question. Try to finish it all in 11 to 12 minutes so that you have more time for part 2 and part 3. All clear? Please make sure your neighbor is also attentive. Your neighbor should not sit idle that he's looking here and there and doesn't know what's going on. Okay. Question number 3. Young spent. Young means the babies of thylacine. Okay. Young spent first months of life inside its mother's dash. Look here. It's the part of mother's body. Inside its mother's dash. So let's go back and we look for babies. Third paragraph, and you need to come to this third line. Newborns. Okay, what is the word for newborn in the question? Young. Got it? You must focus all these things. Newborns crawled into the pouch on the belly of their mother. So what is on the belly of their mother? Pouch. What is the answer? Good. Thank goodness no one said belly. Okay? So what's the question? Young spent first months of life inside its mother's pouch. And what is the word for mother's pouch? They use the word pouch on the belly of their mother. Clear? Yeah, now why not belly? Because it's not the answer. There is a pouch actually. Okay? Just like kangaroo. Inside. Yeah, inside. Yes, it's another word. Into the pouch and inside the pouch. Into and inside, another good thing. Good. Let's go on. Decline and extinction. Question number 4. Last evidence in mainland Australia is 3100-year-old. Look for 3100. Fourth paragraph, 3100-year-old. Now look here, look here. They have used the word 3100-year-old dash. What does it mean? It means something which is 3100 years old. So let's go back and we read from here. Okay, we found 3100 years old. I'm reading it from second line. Fourth paragraph, second line after full stop. The most recent, found it? Okay, please follow me. The most recent well-dated occurrence of thylacine on the mainland is carbon-dated fossil from Murray Cave in Western Australia, which is, now listen, very important point, which is a word of reference, which means fossil, which goes back to fossil, or which is qualifying fossil, which is around 3100 year old. Now some will write Australia, some will write cave, okay, because they don't know where the hell is which going back to. So where which is going back, that will be the answer. Again, if you read it like this, is carbon dated fossil from Murray Cave in Western Australia, and then there is the comma, which is around 3100 year old. So that is fossil. Correct answer is fossil. Okay, let's go on. After that, there is one point without a question. So it means in the passage we will leave some lines. Question number 5. Reduction in dash. Underline the word reduction. Reduction in dash and available source of food were partly responsible for decline in Tasmania. Now let's look for reduction and we go on.
Next page.
Next page. Please come to next page. Okay, now first paragraph we have here. Okay, we just go on. Please come to first paragraph, third last line. These include competitions. Got it? Yes. Okay, and for reduction they have used the word loss of. These include competition with wild dogs introduced by European settlers. Loss of habitat along with the disappearance of prey species and distemper-like disease, which may also have affected thylacine. So loss of habitat. One thing is wild dogs and second is loss of habitat. So reduction in. Now reduction in, you cannot write wild dogs because wild dogs came there. Europeans brought wild dogs to fight with this tiger. So reduction in habitat. And what is the word for reduction? Loss of. Okay, they always use words like this. Once you solve 8 to 10 tests, you will be clear. You will be clever also. Clear and clever, right? So the correct answer is habitat. Okay.